Hello, baby.
I was crazy once.
I'm thinking of a number.
Senator, I'm Singaporean.
That's right. We're all Singaporean on this day.
We're all Singaporean
right.
now.
We are all
we're-
from Singapore.
Far from gents jurisdiction.
Yeah, exactly.
I think he's from. I think that's Hong Kong. Yeah, Mr. Lau is from Hong Kong.
But Batman has no jurisdiction. And
That's right.
if you listen to the television's plan,
Yeah.
what else is? I like that he calls them the television.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that too.
Uh-huh.
What does he say? Like, oh, I got my phone right here because he's using the other phone to map Lau's office.
My camera's off, so you can't see it. But when you said I got my phone right here, I just flipped off the camera.
Yeah.
This is my phone.
I got my phone. Yeah. Hey, your phone? Yeah, I got it right here, dude.
Yeah, and then you're like, "Oh, excuse me, hello." You like flip it open and then talk to your hand. Hello, or you do the two hands, and it's like an old telephone where it's like one is the receiver and one is the mouthpiece.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
Yeah. Hello, operator. Hello, hello.
There's so many
Yeah,
ways
one
you
of
can do
those
a fake
things.
phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. That reminds me. I showed James the Juan loves chicken and rice.
It's so good.
And one of the parts there, right, is that he the son Arturo, I think, went to he studied mass media in college, and there's a short clip of him saying there's so many things you could do with a banana. You could have like a gun and he holds it. You could do one of these like the knife things, between the fingers.
Yeah.
And then when the dad walks in, he's like they're doing like teeth drilling. And I think it's just funny to do. Oh yeah, what else can you do? Like props, right? From Whose Line Is It
Prop
Anyway?
comedy.
Kind of a thing. Yeah, PCs.
PCs. That's
I'm a PC.
Yeah, and that's the right way of those words. Right?
Exactly. Those letters. That's the right order. We should do
Yeah,
if we ever do a live show, it should just be like Carrot Top Live, where we just have like a chest behind us, and then we go in there, and it's like, ooh, what's in here? And then we pull up
what is
something
this?
and just do a bunch of prop comedy.
What if it was and I don't know, this is not a deep cut because I feel like our listeners are like millennial and older kind of a thing. Like we're not no, there's no Gen Z.
We're not-
We
ass
have
people
the
listening to this
oldest
podcast.
audience of all time.
Yeah, they're all like septuagenarians
Yeah.
or whatever they're called.
People who
It's-
who were born during World War One.
Yeah, it's Barbossa's crew, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like no, not Barbossa's crew. Oh my God, Sir Keith Richards.
Oh, that's
Captain
right.
Teague
Yes.
Sparrow. Remember, like if you look in the background of his ship, it's all like old guys. Like that's kind of like
'Cause they're-
little visual. Is that an Easter egg? I guess it's an
I
Easter
don't,
egg
I
'cause
don't
you
think
found
it's.
it.
I don't think it's an Easter egg. I think that's just visual
It's just-
storytelling, or like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
Easter
just
egg
look,
is
these
like-
people are
war.
all so tough that they survived so long in the pirate land.
And they only hang out with each other. It's all just old
Only
guys.
old people hang out with each other.
Old guys club.
It's an old guys.
Yeah.
They all have old guys rule. bumper stickers.
OJCs. OJC.
OJC.
OJS. Oh, wait.
OJS.
It's OGC, actually.
Yeah.
I did it again. I did it.
It's
You know,
so
the thing
easy
we forgot
to
to talk
do.
about. We for those of you listening to this, me and Spencer went to Palm Springs a couple weekends ago.
Did.
And one of the things was there was two Ethan things. I say one, and I'm saying one for people who don't.
Do you want to spell it
Get
out?
it.
Spell out.
Yeah, WON.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'm saying like oh, I win. Like that's a present tense. And then I won. So I kind of emphasize it to emphasize how much in the past it was. You know what I'm saying? But of course, I know that everyone says it like the number one, like O1E. And I think that that's insane. But I'm clearly the crazy one. So there was that one. What was the other one? There was like one more, I think.
You spelled O1E.
Yeah, that's how you spell it, actually. I can't think of the other funny verbal tick, but the other one you just heard is every time I abbreviate things, I instantaneously forget I always confuse J with G.
They're kind of brother letters.
They're yeah, okay, they're brother letters.
Yeah,
Because the sequel to Brother Bear.
the
Exactly,
lowercase
brother
both
letters.
have that little,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean they have the same like sound, right? So like that's how it should be, I think. But yeah, Also, welcome back, everyone.
Oh,
welcome
welcome.
back, I guess.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, welcome.
We don't have any new listeners.
No, I don't think we ever. No one. I sell, and when I do, it's nice. But like, I seldom get comments like, "Oh my god, just found the podcast. This is like everything I've been looking for. You guys are like the best people in the world." That's usually the compliments we get, and we don't get those.
Everyone who listened to the show has known about it for their entire lives, even before the show premiered. They just knew that one day it would exist.
Yeah, they're like, Spencer and Ethan should have a podcast.
Yeah.
And then bring MJ in like 2 years into it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And then we did.
Yeah.
We got so many suggestions.
That's right.
Yeah.
I think that we're going to do this forever. So.
Yeah. We're never going to die.
The next episode is the final episode.
Yes.
It's like the whole, like, it's like, what is that meme of that kid, like, oh, wearing a Superman costume to school. Next day is like depression.
Yes.
It's like.
That
like,
humiliation
on that.
That's a good
humiliation.
video.
Right.
That's a good
Wait, is
video.
that Dax Flame?
Is it Dax Flame?
I think it might be Dax Flame as a kid.
I think it is. Hold on, let me look it
And
up.
if that's the case, that's like he's like one of the funniest people in the world.
Superman,
actually, like, that's so good.
Dax Flame. Superman is coming to school. Yeah, that's Dax. Superman is coming to school. That's day 30, and then day 31 or diary 31 is humiliation.
That's so.
It's a
funny.
classic 1-2 punch.
Yeah, but I love now that I know more improv jokes. Like when people say like, "Oh, that's a herald," I'm like, "Okay, that's funny." Like when people when they bring stuff back or whatever. Like
You're doing a herald right now.
I am a little bit of that.
You're a little herald.
I am a little
heraldish.
Yeah, because like I always compare like when I talk to my favorite guy, I workwear. Not that I talked to him, but I remember I got into a little debate with him. I don't know if this is like first ever on the podcast, but anyway, we were talking about like communication through clothing, and I always like talk about like comedy. And I don't know if I made this to him, but I'm just remembering that conversation. But the whole like improv is like jazz, and I know that's I know that that's a thing. Like I get that, but what I mean to say is like sometimes jazz can sound crazy to people, but like to like people who know music theory or of course or just jazz, like oh man, he's doing this cool crazy inversion suspended chord or whatever, and like it's kind of like for if you know. And with stuff like comedy bang bang or like really funny improv, which to me is like the best form of it, I'm also like, oh, I see what he's like, it's crazy, he's referencing this, and I think that that's really funny, and if you know, so just like menswear, I guess, kind of. Because I was gonna say, I did hear someone else make a Abraham or whatever Zapruder joke about capturing.
That's pretty good.
Capturing a moment, and I think to the point where I think it's so common now that I'm like, if you're like kind of funny or like into improv and you want to say something about like, oh, like we need like to capture that, or like if someone was recording a pivotal moment, you say like, oh yeah, that's like Abraham Zapruder.
Let's get Abraham Zapruder over here.
Yeah, that's probably not his first name,
yeah.
but yeah.
Who's isn't there a lady? There's a second lady in the Zapruder film who
shooter.
You could see is like filming. So we should really, if only we knew her
find
name.
That one.
Yeah, then we could reference it further.
Yeah, we could go even. Yeah, I love that.
But I think if we found her, then we would solve the Kennedy assassination, and that would be much more notable.
I like how you said solve it as if it wasn't already.
No, because we don't know.
As we know, yeah. It's impossible to know.
Yeah.
He moves forward after the first one, right? So like that's the crazy part.
Okay,
so,
I'm gonna turn on my camera very briefly for this to demonstrate. So
yeah, okay.
He clutches his neck and goes like this because he was shot in the neck.
Oh yeah, then he
apparently like he was wearing a back brace and he wasn't able to lean forward or duck down, and so then he went back and to the left famously. We should honestly talk about JFK the movie. I think that would be fun.
Yeah, John Williams did the score to that.
Mm-hmm. It's a good ass movie. I love JFK, the man and the movie.
G-A-M. I got that one because I said it really slow. I think it's also if the G or J word is in the middle of the abbreviation, that's where I'm like, it's gone. Like I'm gonna get confused. I'm gonna swap them.
Things in the middle are hidden.
That's right.
They're hidden.
Things in the middle are hidden. Can you write that down?
Yeah, I will.
Yeah. Okay, good. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Style Direction, a menswear podcast without the stuffiness. I am one of your hosts, Ethan M. Wong.
I am Spencer DSO.
And I'm MJ.
We appreciate you guys joining in today. I've been saying that it's weird. Time to call back. I usually end saying appreciation. But yeah, welcome to another edition, another casual episode where, for those of you, if this is your first episode, we talk about men's. I'm gonna do this now. I'm gonna assume people haven't heard this before, even though there's no way the algorithm picks us up and gives us to other people looking for fashion
Give
podcasts.
me to you.
Give me to
Give
you.
me
Write
to
that
you.
one down. But yeah, we are three menswear enthusiasts who don't work in the industry. That's actually not true for one of us because someone works in a fucking store, so he ruins that whole amateur thing there. But we like to talk about menswear, and in the previous episodes, we've talked about like big topics like authenticity and what it means to stand out and what we were when we were growing out. But now this is a more casual. This is season 3. This is a more casual approach. We're talking about whatever comes to mind.
Speaking of
we
casual
do have bullet
approaches,
points.
just the
Yeah, someone tell-
season breaks.
Yeah. Someone tell. It's not Neil Gaiman. Who's the guy who wrote the game?
I understand
Neil-
why you thought it was a Neil Gaiman one, because he's a complete molester, and also it's in his
True,
name.
yes. Yeah, Neil.
The game.
It's like Neil Strauss.
Neil
I think Neil
Strauss.
Strauss, the journalist, right?
Yes. 'Cause
Yeah.
that was the book was like Neil Strauss was going to like cover this like pickup artist thing.
And then he becomes one.
And then he fell under their spell. That's that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
I was trying to come up with this the other day for our indie sleaze party, but who was the name of the Tucker Max? Tucker Max. That's the name I was trying to come up with. Do you remember him?
I'm trying to think of no, I don't know who that is.
I think he was writing. I never read him. My cousin read him, so I would hear about him. But I think he was like, he just wrote a bunch of stories in the 2000s about like fucking and sucking and drinking beers and.
That sounds like my type of thing.
Yeah, and he began his career by publishing a book of pickup lines, and then wrote a memoir called "Belligerence and Debauchery: The Tucker Max Story."
Hell yeah! I wonder what mine would be.
Yeah.
But we don't have time to get into this, guys. We only have an hour for our listeners to get into
if we
this.
go more than an hour, we're gonna get shot.
That's right. This is the
shooting podcast. Mouse podcast.
Yeah.
Well,
we're not landlords, so I think we're okay. Welcome everybody. The first off, I want to tell everyone, thank you for checking up on me during the LA fires. That was a big thing. Spencer lives in Orange County, so I know Orange County had a fire, but it was smaller.
It was far away from me. I'm in the concrete jungle, far away from. Actually,
and famously, concrete doesn't catch
no,
fire.
No, concrete
so.
never. It's impossible to burn.
It's fireproof, bulletproof.
Yeah.
What if that song was called Fireproof?
Oh,
Is it Fireproof a movie? It's like a YA movie, I think.
Probably.
Yeah. Yay movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, movies. But yeah, thanks to everyone who checked up on me. I did have to. It was funny for me to explain geography to people. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm not near the Palisades fire. It's like, oh, that's good. I'm like, well, I'm also like really close to the Eaton fire. So like, I'm just telling you that there's multiple fires going on.
People don't understand LA geography.
Multiple fires everywhere.
Multiple fires.
Little
everywhere.
fires.
Little fires. Everywhere.
Little fires everywhere. Yeah.
But I saw something that kind of made me laugh. Maybe I'm being an asshole because I live here and I intrinsically understand LA geography. But I saw a bunch of people online who were reacting with shock and like, oh my god, now I get it. When someone did like, here's an overlay of the fires on the GTA 5 map.
That was the better one than like putting it on top of like Paris. Or something.
Because then all these fucking like Reddit gamers were like, oh my god, now I care about this.
Yeah, look at this. Look at the fucking. Like,
what if
the
Michael's house was
flames.
on fire?
Hey, we're getting GTA 6 soon, right?
We are getting GTA 6, and we'll play it on stream.
That's right. This is our big return,
Yes.
actually. Also, because I'm single, I have more time to play video games.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say, I first off, again, I'm safe. There's not, the only downside, which is again very lucky compared to some people, is that I don't have internet right now. Also, my home was like ashy and had smoke, but like that's whatever, it's fine. But like,
did it get inside?
I still, yeah, it smelled pretty bad on the inside for a little bit. I have air purifiers. I don't have one for my room yet. I'm not staying there. I'm at my grandma's house, which is why if you hear a slight echo, it's because I'm in a giant room. Because there's just not a lot of stuff in this particular room, but yeah, so I stayed with my friend James. Then now I'm at my grandma's house because I need to work and I need to, I'm not gonna wake up. I mean, I guess this is what like commuting would be, right? If I stayed at home, I would have to wake up early to get to my grandma's house so I could work, which would be like driving to work. Except I'm not like that, and I like to wake up at 8:30 or 9 o'clock and just open my laptop. And you need internet access to do that.
You do to open up
That's
your
right.
laptop. You need internet access.
Yeah, it's locked with an internet lock.
I hate internet locks. That sounds terrible.
Yeah, yeah, ILs, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, if you guys see any, direct family assistance, please give to those things. I think that most LA places are full up on donations. And specifically want to shout out Cody Wellama, who lost a business during the fire. Very unfortunate. And then, of course, Tom, the owner of my beloved Book Alley, the place I go to so many times. He lost his house. We'll put some links in the show notes for this so you guys can support there. But also, there's a lot of families out there who could use direct support on GoFundMe. But yeah, on a lighter note, I had a date with someone before that, a couple days before that, and we did talk about like she saw a photo. Like I sent her like a photo of like my closet. She's like, oh my god, like that's a lot of clothes. I'm like, I know. Probably not the most attractive thing to do, but we were just talking about like stuff in our rooms. And then she's like, okay, well, what would you take with you in a fire? And I'm like, I don't know. I'd probably take as much as possible. And so now I had to really do that because on the Tuesday that the fire happened, I had to, I wasn't planning on evacuating because, we've had these wildfire things before, and I've never seen it so close. And like when I got there, I could see, on the way down the drive there, I could see like the flames coming down over the hills. And then when I got to my house, like I could see the glow, like of like maybe like less than a mile, maybe like a mile away, because the fire did end up going pretty close to like my street, and it hit it burned down my neighbor's houses across the street too. So it was anyway. So like my thing is on Tuesday night when I got to my house, I'm like, okay, I'm not staying here. I gotta go, And so I did have to go through this really quickly, like what do I want to bring, and. MJ's partner Eden did send me a meme like a couple days later of the whole thing when you return back home, awkwardly looking at the things you did not bring with you, like hey guys, like don't hate me. I did feel that way because what I brought with me is I have it right here. I brought two 60s sweatshirts. I got the quarter zip one and a hoodie, which I guess are kind of cool and like rare. I brought M43 pants.
Nice.
I brought World War II chinos. I brought my the teenaged, sorry, not the teenage, because MJ has those. The 316 wide leg indigo jeans. I brought a bunch of undershirts. I brought a couple of band T-shirts and Star Wars T-shirts. I brought pajamas, obviously, and underwear and socks. But in terms of menswear things, I only brought my deck shoes and my color 8 tassel loafers. For shirts, I brought my vintage Western shirts, the black and brown one. I brought 2 OCBDs, both of which are blue striped.
Nice.
My Ascot Chang shirts and my actually I don't think I brought my Ascot Chang shirts. And my my Levi's Sawtooth shirt. And in jackets, I only brought my navy double-breasted blazer and my brown houndstooth blazer, both from Ring Jacket. The ones that MJ owns, but now I have the big one that's bigger sized. And then for a coat, I only brought my my Coherence raincoat. And my thought process on this is that I picked things that I could not easily replace, that I also spent a lot of money on. And so those are mainly new things, but like, I did feel bad. Like I didn't bring my senior pants. I didn't bring like any of my made-to-measure suits. I didn't bring any sport shirts, which I guess it would also have been pretty crazy. Like I should have brought those ones. I didn't bring any of my other shoes, honestly. And one of the reasons why is because like when I got to, like I was gonna go to trivia, and trivia starts at 8:00, and they issued the evacuation order, not from me, but literally one block above me was in the red. And again, people in my house, my thing burned down. So it was like, we should have gotten a mandatory evacuation. And I think people did. I think, I maybe not by text, but I'm sure that the authorities went through and they did door knocks. Cause like, there's no way people could have stayed there. It's crazy.
You said that last time, or at least not last time, but at least one other time that you went there pretty shortly after the fires. Like you heard your neighbors, right?
No, my dad went before me, and my dad did. That's how he found out that across, literally like two houses below me. You know how a house has two sides.
I
so
sure
like
do.
my house, neighbor's house, and
four,
then the one
actually.
his backyard neighbor lost their house, unfortunately, which is so sad. It's so crazy that it's so random. And I have palm trees. Like I mean, most of us have trees in our area.
Yeah, sure.
But, like,
I don't have trees in my area.
But I there's a palm tree like in my backyard, and it's like if that like, and you see all those videos of like embers, turning palm trees on fire, and then that creating a whole thing. Like that's fucking crazy. So again, I'm very very lucky that nothing happened, and the only bad deal, like the only inconvenience is that my room was pretty ashy and smelled like smoke for quite a few days, and then I'm sure it still does. And then I have to be at my grandma's house in order to work or whatever. But yeah, anyway, that's what I brought with me, and I was able to swap stuff out a couple days later when they started letting people back in that area. And yeah, but like north of me, like at the intersection, like which is again like a block away, like the McDonald's burned down, the Jewish temple burned down over there as well. So it was like again pretty close. I'm sure it was mandatory like as the night went on, but yeah, thanks to everyone who checked up on me, and that's kind of funny. Like that's what I brought with me when I decided to leave. I also brought like I brought all whatever like not framed photo, but like whatever like Polaroids and photos of friends that I had laying around. I have a keepsake box full of like like old love letters and like graduation letters, stuff like that. I brought that with me. But no, like I brought all my laptops, but not my Switch, and obviously not my motherboard or my tower, because whatever, there's no way, But oh yeah, I was saying this because when I got there, like I felt in a panic rush, and I'm sure I could have had more time. I could have left at any time at all, but I kind of I just left. So
Yeah,
maybe if there was a real fire in my house, I would just literally toss all my stuff out the window, and then I'll just pick it up on the ground and go, all my clothes. But also whatever, it's fine. I'm alive.
I remember in like kindergarten or first grade, like I don't know why they were talking about this back then, but they were like, yeah, what if there was a fire? Like, what would you save? And just thinking too hard about like a fire burning down my house gave me my first ever like panic attack.
Damn.
Yeah. It was like, oh my god, I'm gonna lose it all.
Yeah. Yeah, I know it's such a weird time for LA, but it feels like things are kind of back now, and hopefully people get to not only get back on their feet, but also I hope the businesses also recover, because I know people are still concerned about like dining in the area and like being outside. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, the air quality sneakily bad. I've heard it's sneaky.
Yeah, I mean it literally gets better over time, but I know it's like who knows when it's actually going to be back to what it was before. But also, like, was LA air ever that good?
No.
Yeah,
but I think I just read that there's a bunch of like particles in the air from the buildings that burned down.
Oh yes, because it's all plastic and
it's all plastic, and it's not
stuff,
something that necessarily gets picked up when they're I don't know, surveying air quality.
Yeah, and there's no way to because like air purifiers can only do so much.
Exactly. So I say, don't worry about it.
Yeah, there's expert opinion here.
Yeah, expert opinion. Yeah. What the fuck are you gonna do? Not breathe?
Watch me.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold my breath until I turn blue. I threaten to do that all the time. It's so much fun.
As a kid?
No, as an adult, I threaten to do that.
Oh wow, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah, I'm always telling people I'm going to hold my breath until I pass out if you don't do this. I say that at work a lot.
Please. You should, yeah. It should be a everyday occurrence at work.
Yeah, if you don't respond to my email, I will hold my breath until I pass out. And it'll be all your fault.
I'm holding my breath right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever, when someone in a video game or a movie is like underwater, do you hold your breath to see if you could do it?
Is it what? Okay, it's not whenever. Yeah, it's whenever they go underwater.
Yes.
If the movie takes place primarily underwater, you're gonna die.
Yeah, but if it's just like someone needs to swim through a tunnel or something.
Yeah. Which is crazy for Mission Impossible Fallout, I think, right?
Mhm.
Or which is where he has to like go into that thing. He has to hold his breath for like 6 minutes or something
That's
like
too
that.
long,
Like that's
man.
crazy.
While
Yeah,
the thing
too
is like
long.
moving too.
Yeah, and even in universe, they're like, that's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Rebecca Ferguson, R.I.P.
Mhm.
Not her, but the character, I guess.
She was-
Spoilers for the movie that came out like last
Yeah.
year. Dead Reckoning.
That was the
And now
worst
it's
movie watching experience I've ever had in a theater. I'm very pro theater. Normally when people like talk about how bad theaters are, I'm like, you guys are exaggerating. But that was straight up terrible.
I don't remember. Did we watch it together?
No, I watched it
I
in
don't
the
think
Bay
so.
Area, and there was a group of teens that were like talking like loudly the whole time, and they were on their phones. And at one point, they got out their phone and started FaceTiming another one of their friends
That's insane.
in the movie
yeah.
theater.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
And people told them to shut up, and then they would just yell back. They would,
Hey, shut this.
yeah, they said, "Shut this, man."
But this
I'm doing a
man.
callback to the
Call this
middle finger computer.
Yeah,
Computer.
middle finger computer.
Smartphone. I mean, computer phones are computers nowadays.
Mhm.
But
Computer,
yeah.
zoom in on this guy.
Hey Siri, show me this guy's penis. Yeah. Oh, so another thing. Going through the list here. TikTok is going away.
It sure is.
And-
R.I.P.
And this is interesting. Maybe we can have another TikTok episode about this because I know there's a whole big thing that we're going to talk about after this that will most likely take up the rest of the episode. But TikTok is going away, and I was planning on talking about this regardless because a couple of weeks ago we had the craziest TikTok. I did. You guys weren't there for this. The craziest TikTok experience, and I've never had anything like this happen to me ever, and I guess I never will because TikTok is going away. So if you guys don't know, you guys don't follow me, I have a TikTok. I've had a TikTok since 2018.
Early adopter.
That's right. I loved music and I like memes. Big fan of them. And I can't
Big
believe
fan.
it took me like until 2020, till like 2020 to like actually like take fit checks, and by then it was like too late. Like I could have been a contender, dude. I could have been.
I could have been somebody.
I could have been someone. Yeah, I could have. It's crazy. It's crazy to think about how like we, like what the TikTok we see today. Just like with any social media, like the early stuff was not like this at all. Like Instagram, right? You took photos in the app. Like it was like your stories or
Yeah.
Snapchat or whatever. Or like Be Real, I guess, where you would take it immediately and you would edit it in the app rather than edit it out. Post it later. Like it was Instagram. Not a later gram.
It was
hashtag.
not later, Graham.
Yeah, but like early TikTok was like Vine 2.0. It's like it was a lot of focus on like fully produced videos or like kind of videos that were produced entirely in the app with like fun editing. And so I never thought, or dancing in one take. I never thought like, oh, I should just like put my phone down, walk backward, and then spin, and then that's it. Like I can't believe I never thought of that, which is crazy. But anyway, I have a TikTok. It's an extension. It's an extension, I guess, of my Instagram. And I also put stupid videos up there, which I should honestly save because videos of Spencer. Honestly, it's mostly Spencer saying the stuff I tell him to do, to tell him to do it again, and then I record it. But yeah, anyway, I've never had anything go viral other than a video of me dressed in a white suit pointing at text saying that that volleyball is just hot potato, which is just a Reddit quote joke that I did from like years ago, probably from Tumblr, honestly.
Wow.
And then I just point at it, and I guess the craziness of that take, plus me wearing a white suit, just makes for a crazy video in like 2019. And so like that went viral. There's a video of me touching like light up lights on a table that went viral. And also my Bane impression, which continues to get views to this day, which is crazy. It's like 1.8 million views. But anyway, the only fashion thing that's ever gone viral is a fit check that I recorded like 2 or 3 weeks ago, that we got absolutely blasted for.
I got completely
Just
blasted.
slammed.
I got
That's right.
lambasted.
Lambasted, finger blasted.
I got finger blasted for this TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out Scott. He loves that word.
We all love that word.
Yeah. I love doing it.
I'll do it again.
But anyway, And I'll do it again. Yeah, they ask me, "Are you a threat?" You say, "I'm." You bet I'm a threat.
Are you going through documentary now right now?
Yeah, that's exactly
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Exclamation point, jazz! Exclamation point. So good.
It is good.
Anyway, I keep saying that because I keep wanting to stay on subject, on topic here. But yeah, so we were at Capri Club, and we were there with some good friends. It was me, Spencer, James, Isabella, Diggs visiting from San Diego, Auden visiting from New York, who is from Orange County originally. So like, we're all like SoCal people having a lot of fun. And Capri Club, for those of you who don't know, Capri Club is a cool little bar here. I'm on gatekeeping it, but I'm sure no one who listens to this lives in the area. And it's already a popular place. I'm not like, it's not a crazy hole in the wall thing. But it's a very cool spot. It feels very LA, even though it's in Eagle Rock, which is kind of East LA-ish. It's more closer to like Pasadena. It's just south of Glendale, near Atwater and everything like that. So it's very cool. It's not as like grungy as Waltz or as 4100, which are a bit more, quote, divier. Capri Club is a cocktail bar, but the reason I'm saying this is because people have good fits there. It, kind of skews like, mid to 20s to like mid 30s or 40s. People are wearing like La Mer shoes. People are wearing fucking, I don't know, shopping the Essence sale, but they're also wearing like a thrifted sport coat and flare jeans. Like, it's very LA, it's very New York, whatever. But we did a fit check in the corner, and I posted it. And I've done fit checks with people before where I just in one take go from person to person and have everyone explain their outfit or run through the details. And this one got 70,000 views in like 4 days, and the comments were crazy. I think one of the biggest things is because I tagged Echo Park, which is a bit more of like traditional East LA, like more in like closer to downtown, like not like greater East Los Angeles County. I'm talking like East Los Angeles, the city. And so we got a lot of comments about calling us gentrifiers and everything like that.
Yes, we sure did. And
so
they are right, I think.
Yeah. Born and raised
gentrifiers.
Yeah, we got y'all are the reason my rent is increasing. One of the craziest things is that someone says coworker fashion, which I'm like, what? Coworkers dress like this? Also, like, I know, like, it's not even like, oh, these, like, I guess it's both, right? It could be like, oh, these are the guys working at like the ad agency, like all those memes about like, how small your beanie is. Like, oh, are you a construction worker or are you a creative director at a marketing agency? But the coworker fashion is, I can't tell what that means, because like, do people think that we're wearing like business casual, or people thinking like, oh, this is like, yuppie coworkers? I don't know. I never knew that buns was a thing, but that means ass.
I had never heard
clearly.
of that too, but I guess that makes sense. Are they not allowed to say ass on TikTok?
I know what it was.
No. I was, so my cousin, she's like, a sophomore, so she's like 17 or whatever, and her boyfriend's 17, and they've been dating for a year, so he's been all the family stuff, and he likes my style. I like this kid a lot, because he's always like, oh man, I got like the Doc Martin Adrian loafers, I love Tass loafers, and I'm like, yeah man, that's cool. But this is not related to my outfits, but he said something else was buns. I'm like, yeah, I guess it came back, like according to Acute Style, great account. He said like, oh yeah, like he teaches school, right? So it's like, he hears it a lot. He says like, it used to be a thing in the 2010s, now I guess it's coming back. So buns, man. So that was a top comment. Everyone looks buns on buns. Is this a bakery? Because there's so much buns here, which is like kind of funny. Some of the other comments we got are, I bet they'll listen to the Lumineers, which I'm like,
What?
that's like, are we?
That's weird.
I mean,
that was weird.
Yeah. How were you dressed in vintage head to toe and everything looks so brand new?
I don't think that's true.
Millennial core. Everyone's calling us out for mispronouncing you, Lucchese, which is a joke, but I guess it's taken in earnest. Nightmare blunt rotation. What else is here? Some people did say like, oh yeah, like people here are too chronically online. Like, you don't have to be TikTok micro trend. So I guess there are some good comments, but most of it is this satire.
A lot of bun talk.
Welcome to Bun Talk.
Yeah. Diversity in styles. It's like everyone's looking. Okay, there's some positive stuff. Eighth is good. That's me, by the way. But yeah, I will say I did not start this out. I didn't start this. Maybe this would have been different if I did, but the outfits, if I'm going through them, and I guess I can't put a link to this because it might be gone, but I'll just leave it up in the show
We
notes.
can take screenshots.
If it's still
we
there.
gotta save everything.
I mean, I do have group photos, so I guess we do have that. I just don't have like the video of like the funny chaotic video of me going kind of tipsy, going from person to person, like, tell me your outfit, you know?
This is like when we were made fun of on the Red Scare subreddit, and then the post.
Yes, that's the
disappeared.
one I wish we screenshotted,
Yeah.
you know? Because that one was really good. Yeah. Anyway, so I mean, you got Diggs wearing like a tiger stripe jacket with a chambray shirt, jeans, and like loafers, whatever. We got Auden wearing like a designer like baggy suit with a Kate Bush t-shirt, and a visor. We got Miles wearing like a sweater and like a Type 2 with chinos or something. Spencer is wearing he's wearing the Shirling jacket with the chambray jeans and Luke Casey's. James is just wearing a cardigan, like a flannel, plaid flannel shirt. Chris is cool. He's a barista and he's wearing like a sweater over overalls because that's like his work attire, with para boots. And then I'm dressed like Bob Dylan 4, where I'm wearing like a turtleneck and like a navy blazer. And I'm wearing sunglasses. And so, like, it's pretty normal. I feel like it's just very Americana.
Very normal guys.
Yeah. Someone said to me, like, oh, look at that guy. About me was like, look at that guy using a camera as an accessory. I'm like, well, I'm also, like, using it. Like, I'm not, like, just wearing it for no reason. Like, I'm taking photos, literally, of everybody. Like, it's an accessory, but it's also something I'm actively doing. So... Mm-hmm. I wish more of my stuff went viral because I would have loved to see like more comments like this on my outfits. But unfortunately, after this one, everything else is back to normal. Everything else hits the algorithm properly with my 500 views, and it's the same guys. Shout out Sully. Shout out other people's name I can't think of who are regular commenters. Love you all. But give me the toxicity, man. I want this stuff. I want people to make jokes about my outfits.
He said,
you know?
bring the engagement.
Can you get this on Chohang Shu? Will they maybe comment on your outfits?
I was gonna say something, but I'm not going to. So, I should give them a call actually, and maybe that. Hang up that phone. But yeah, that's our TikTok escapade, which is really funny. I think, like to think about how people interact with our clothes, and I think it's true. This kind of reminds me. I know I said this before, but it's the whole thing of like, oh, did people actually not think I was weird in high school? Maybe it's actually okay. And then like I found out, oh yeah, they actually did think I was weird. So it's like, I'm like, oh yeah, people are like, oh yeah, Ethan, you dress so well. Like people probably are fine, you wearing a sport coat. And then I'm like, no, like, yeah, maybe I'm right. Maybe it's all in my head. Then you get this where people are literally telling you they hate your outfit to your digital face. I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, actually, yeah, people hate this shit actually. Yeah. But yeah, so TikTok, baby.
TikTok, it's gone forever.
That's right. Probably by the time this comes out, this is gone, right?
I think it's going to be deleted, or like it's going to quote go dark in the United States at midnight tonight. And so we'll see. We'll see if our dear leader, President Biden, or if President Trump will fix everything.
President Trump.
President Trump.
President.
It's allegedly a thing that Joe Biden called Donald Trump in with speech, but no one can actually find the video. But it's just a fun thing to say. Just try it. President Trump.
It's good because it's close enough that if you say it fast, that nobody will like correct you. But
yeah. All right.
He did
so
call
the last part of
Trump
this
at one point. That was good.
Former
Trump.
I like that. Yeah. So it is January.
It is.
And, that's right.
New year, new me.
New me.
New tree.
New bee.
New bee.
To
be.
Yeah, okay.
Not
sponsored. Yeah, I'll say how long it would take us to get there. But yeah, so with that, I can't believe we didn't do this in the previous episode, but I feel like we should talk about. At first, it was going to be about like resolutions, but that's kind of boring.
Yeah, who cares about improving?
The better
yourself?
way of thinking about this is to think about it in terms of in and out lists. And I was against this. Shout out John Greenacre, who kind of did this before. and that's now a thing in our Discord every year where we have what JTR calls a blessed and cursed list, which is less more in and out, more so just like connotations, which I think is kind of cool. But they kind of all mean the same thing.
I'll tell you guys my in and out list right now. It's a number one, grilled onions, fries well done, and a Diet Coke. That's my in and out list right there.
Sub a chocolate shake and we're talking.
Yeah, in and out is
and
so
I
good.
will not have that because I can't. I don't want to shit my pants.
I am the number one California boy. I love this state. I think it's the most beautiful place in the world. And anytime I see people are like, "Oh, In and Out's overrated," I'm like, I'm gonna fucking drive a spear through your heart.
Dude, the combo is still like $10, man. You can't beat it.
Yeah, the price ratio is so good.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's. I don't have to tell you guys that we're on the same page here.
Yes.
I love In and Out, and I hate that the one that's nearest to me has the longest line
in the
ever,
world,
and I haven't gone there. Maybe I'll go. Maybe I'll no. But then I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna go out of my way, I'm gonna go to Islands and spend a little bit more. But like, I'm gonna have a sit down thing and have.
You get the big mug. The mug.
Arguably
is nice.
better fries, at least. Arguably
The fries
better.
there are really good.
And
It's the
more.
seasoning.
You just get more.
Yes, it's the season. Yeah, and also I can have that chocolate shake and I can't have the In and Out one.
Ooh,
because
what do you think the
otherwise
difference
I will
is?
Poop my pants. I literally don't know, dude. I have no idea.
Maybe they use
I just
like full milk, full fat milk at In and Out, and at Islands they don't.
But it's weird because the Islands one tastes more like real ice. Like I'm just drinking ice cream, which I like more. I don't know. I don't know. And I don't want to. I'm not gonna find out. I'm not gonna test this out.
I think you should.
I'm
I
gonna
think
wear
this
a
should be the
diaper.
year that you dipe out and just try every milkshake
order-
you can until you figure
Order
out the
to go
perfect
from
one.
both places, take it home, so like if anything happens, you're safe.
But you need to have enough space in between. So you gotta you gotta freeze one because you can't. If you drink both and you poop after, this means you just had milk, dude. You gotta do it 2 separate times. And I'm not gonna dipe out 2 days
Dipe out 2 days.
of my life.
That would okay.
Yeah.
What if we just called the podcast "Diping Out"?
Diping
out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Diping out the Milk
we
Brothers.
that's good.
we just reviewed
That's the
Milk and
debut album of
Cheese
the Milk Brothers.
just all
It's called
day.
the Diping Out album.
Mm-hmm.
Milk and cheese. The funny thing is, if I have enough of that, maybe it's like it makes it so like I don't know why I said it, gurgled, where it's like it
That's the sound of your stomach.
it's locked in. 'Cause it's like sometimes I'm like, yeah, maybe like the cheese like in a pizza could make me fucking poop my pants, but like the grease and like the like like the bread makes everything just kind of like lock in. How salty it is, just there's no moisture for it to become diarrhea. You know what I'm saying? But whereas a milkshake is all liquid, and so
milkshake
it's
is all
just,
liquid.
it stays in that consistency as it goes out. Anyway, we're gonna talk about the blessed. We gotta get through
We
this
got to
here.
get through this. We have to.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go through. I mean, so also people in our Discord did this, and I hope they don't mind, but I don't care. This is what you get. You paid $5 for us to monetize your content.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go through
Speed run.
all of their stuff
It's in
because
the
but
Patreon terms of service. We're allowed to do this.
yeah, that's right. Yeah. So for JTR, some of the blessed stuff, for example, right, could be avant-garde styling, men's handbags, Japanese brands, Native American craft, three-piece suits, Madras trousers, Crowleys, sure, and stuff. The 70s theater kids, 2 inches or more on cuffs, herringbones, hanging out with neighbors, bubble baths, stuff like that. Shopping while traveling, that's kind of a fun one.
That is a
Yeah.
fun one.
For cursed stuff. I like that he put avant-garde clothes, so different than avant-garde styling. That's a cool distinction there. New ready to wear as opposed to vintage. So I guess some of these are diametrically opposed. Creative black tie. Ooh, that's cursed. That's a hot take.
Yeah.
Red carpet fits, digital media, owning a car, minimalism, fit pick IG accounts, stealth wealth. The 90s, again, diametrically opposed to the 70s. Los Angeles. Well, hey, that's
Wow.
actually offensive. I will say
very
he wrote
mean.
this before the fires.
It's
so
really out
you know,
now. So
Yeah, and insurance companies. Oh, whoa! Interesting. He put insurance companies.
Whoa.
I guess that could be
Is that
both
a
for the
Luigi?
United Healthcare thing,
Yeah.
but also could
Also
be
the
for
fires.
the fires. So stuff like that. Husher Howell. Some of his stuff. He has a bring it and kill it list.
Bring it and kill
His
it.
stuff includes bandanas, visible mending. This is the bring it list. Dressing gowns and smoking jackets. Monochrome, green and olive, destroyed garments, the cursed earth. Is that a biblical thing?
I don't know.
Is that a book? Hold on.
Maybe.
I like
I might
Fred and
be-
Core.
I might be thinking of. Okay, so it is a Judge Dredd story. I think I was thinking of. I think it's by Pearl
Okay,
Buck.
that's-
This Blessed Earth or something.
What about the comic "Fuck This Gay Earth"?
I think that's good.
Deep cut.
That's one of the best. One of the best. That's not a deep cut. That's one of the best. Like it's one of the most iconic webcomics. It's like Lost to
The
me,
Good
kind of.
Earth.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's
Yeah.
the book I was thinking of. The
If it's
Good
lost,
Earth by
it's
Pearl
that makes
Buck.
it a deep cut.
No, Lost. I'm talking
Oh,
about
Lost.
Lost, dude. I'm comparing it to Lost, dude. Yeah, okay. I like that now. You can't see it. I mean, MJ just did. It looks like tutting,
Yeah.
but
But
we're
it's-
just
it's the
doing
Can we-
four panel.
Okay, wait, hold on. Could you imagine like a necktie that had like? Could you make the Lost pattern tasteful?
Oh, that's like us when we were at like Comic Con. We were like, "Can you make Star Wars like fandom stuff good?"
Yeah.
And I think the answer is no.
No.
I think the answer, but well, at least for that. But maybe Lost can be done.
I'd love to see it.
Embroidery, social networks for people you know, esotericism.
Terracism.
Yeah,
Like
whatever.
terrorism?
Kill. Here we go. Here's his kill it list. We got barn coats, graphic tees. Ooh, a lot of stuff. Seltzers. Yeah, so a lot of the
I
stuff
hate
also is
seltzers.
lifestyle.
Yeah,
by
that's
the way,
good. That's a good
which
one.
we'll get into. Yeah. Artifice, devil's advocacy, TikTok. Hey, yeah.
Well-
King Charles fit pics. Interesting. I mean, yeah, monarchy stuff. Hyperreality. Suffering fools. That's kind of funny. Quantifying style, quantifying self worth. Social media, spectacle society, etc.
How about spectacles? Just in
Like,
general.
Those
Like,
are in
yeah.
like glasses?
because I need them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what
Me
if you
too.
didn't?
What if I didn't need
Yeah,
them?
what if you didn't need them?
Yeah. What if I could have? Here's how I would have done
Yes.
it.
I like how Mercy is on the
sunglasses.
list. Also, like
I'm already Mercy.
R.I.P.
Um,
TikTok.
Yeah. Is like catchphrase stuff like that? Is that just vocal stimming yourself? Like when you just say it, like like
Yeah, that's what the
I guess it kind of.
that's what the brain rot did to all of us. So
Yeah, I will say I did it before brain rot was a thing, so I think we all.
I
did
think
that
we did
'cause
to
we
each
just
It's
other.
love-
fun to
a
make
lot.
sounds, and that's not just a Gen Z, Gen Alpha thing, you know?
Yeah, fuck
People
off.
have been making sounds for hundreds of years, maybe even longer, but nobody knows.
yeah,
Yeah. Quarton, here's some of his blessed stuff. He's got sport coats, black. We got unluxurious rugged wools, Jugendstil furniture, green, Northern Italian vintage tailoring. I like that he says like cities in Europe with less than 250,000 people, because that's impossible for us. At least because we live in Los Angeles and Orange County.
We do live in Los Angeles
Um,
and Orange County.
That's right.
at the same time.
Cursed for him. TikTok, YSL oversized suits, soft shoulders, which I think is kind of going through right now.
Yeah.
Influencer products, unsolicited advice for raising children. That's pretty good.
Specific.
For Larchmont, or Larch Mountain. I don't know how you fucking say your name. I'm sorry, dude. But anyway, blessed is Armani color palette with or without Armani clothes, insoles, physical media, library hall picks, which I will get into for myself in a second. Philanthropy, mutual aid, camping, 80s French films, global gorp. Drinking. Here's one really fun one. Drinking one really expensive good cocktail and then bailing night out.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's
One cocktail night is nice.
that is nice.
But it's one of those things where like you just want to keep hanging
I
out
mean,
and you end up getting
Yeah, that's what.
two cocktails.
That's why you get a bitters and soda afterwards. But I do that because I'm trying to save money. So that's already
Yeah.
that's not like a lifestyle thing. That's a
Yeah.
necessity thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not.
And also, I have to drive.
That's correct. I fear that I have replaced multiple. Because I want to keep hanging out. I fear I've replaced multiple cocktails with just smoking multiple cigarettes, and that's it's cheaper, but also just more arguably worse for your health. Maybe.
I think the jury's still out on
down.
anything being good or bad for you. We don't know what happens inside our body. It's kind of all It's a muck in there.
Yeah,
it's a muck.
The body's exhibit doesn't tell us anything.
Inside's all muck. Hey, we took a CAT scan of your body.
You got muck disease.
And, there's a cat in there.
There's a cat in there, and he's playing around in the muck.
Yeah, my name's Elon Muck.
Elon Muck. This could be our new character.
Oh,
that's right.
We're gonna be banned on Twitter now, guys.
Write that down.
Yeah, it's X the Everything app. Oh, that's in my in list. Yeah. X the Everything app, and out is wokeness.
I love it. Yeah. Cursed for a large mountain is Ivy style LLMs. What's LLM? What's
large learning model?
Okay.
Yeah.
Multi-level
AI
marketing.
Oh, I see. Chore coats, streaming servers, original content. That's really good.
Yeah. Or language model.
Why am I not doing this like Bob Duco? I'll do that for mine. Avoidant behavior and drinking like 6 beers. John Motsey, his is short and direct, blessed, low gorge peak lapels, boiler suits, bespoke bow ties, herring, rye whiskey, squash, eating not playing.
That's funny.
Patch pockets in the cursed, high gorge peak lapels, leisure suits,
Larry,
ready to wear bow ties. Yeah, I know. Ankle showing trousers. Hey, I just linked in all my pants, so hopefully I'm okay. I'm not cursed. Haddock. Oh, I like that. Like, out in is herring and out is haddock for fish. That's really good. Pantone color of the year and flat pockets. And lastly, we've got a zeometer, which is the correct way. The yays are suits in intentionally casual ways. Half Windsor or Windsor knots. I'm gonna have to disagree on that one.
Wrong list.
Goofy derbies or loafers. Draping, maximalism, CDG, PRL without ripping off Take Ivy, runaways as inspo, putting in honest effort and begging for forgiveness, which I think is cute. For nays, it's navy blazers, oversized graphic tees, double four-in-hand knots, which I'll agree with. TV, dark.
I don't even own a television.
Yeah, what's your furniture? What's your furniture pointed at?
Furniture?
It's where I fornicate on my furniture.
Okay, furniture, yes.
Yeah, Ask Oki. People who have main character syndrome. Shortcuts. And lastly, Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is the year he's going to OD on ketamine or something.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get into ours now. Our own lists. And also, thank you to the Patreon. Really, always a great discussion at the beginning of the year of what's in or out. And again, I didn't think I was going to do this, and I did one last year, and I lost a list. I'm sure I can find it. But this year, I wanted to have more fun with it. I think I did it more seriously as the way to approach this, I guess, is to make it not about like predicting trends, but just things that you enjoy, things that you want to manifest for yourself, and things that you just genuinely like, and things that you're not feeling, and also things that you wish did not exist out there, which is a kind of a funny way of looking at things.
Yeah.
And so I think the best way to do this is if we can all kind of popcorn around. We can say a couple of them. That way it doesn't just have to be like me talking for like
20 minutes,
an hour, Yeah. So, how about this, MJ? Give us a couple of yours, real quick.
Maybe for yours we can do the highlights, and then the full list goes online.
Oh yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
How about this? How about you guys? You guys can take this one. MJ, how about this? MJ, because you're actually looking now. Your lists are smaller. So MJ, just go through your entire list.
The whole list. Okay.
Yeah. Who cares?
We have ins, long underwear, including socks. Distinct hairstyles.
Wait, sorry, hold on. What does long underwear mean? Are you talking
long
johns?
Yeah, like
okay, I see what
leggings
you're
saying. Or whatever.
Okay.
How about jeggings
and long socks? You're talking about because you don't own over the calf socks.
I have the Uniqlo over the calf, but I want like
They
I
have.
want like
Wait,
real
hold on.
ones.
This is a game changer. Do they have this now? I don't think I saw this.
Yeah,
Also, I don't go to the mall, so.
I think I told you. I think I showed you my.
Oh, they're only black and
they're
white, right? Or whatever,
black and
right?
gray. Yeah, they haven't. There's no
Oh yeah,
other
so
colors.
they suck.
So,
Okay, I understand
yeah.
now.
So yeah, more of them. Distinct hairstyles, coordinating, not matching with your partner, outfits, and experimenting. Or
Yeah,
like,
but is it still coordinating if you're both wearing the same type of sweater vest and turtleneck? That's kind of, to me, that's wearing the same exact
yeah.
pieces.
Okay, that wasn't planned, but it was funny.
It wasn't planned?
No.
That's insane to me. I'm referring to this because I had the night of the fires. Before the fires were happening, I had cocktails with MJ and their partner, and they walk in wearing this. So MJ has two double-breasted cardigans. One's black, one's gray, and they walk in wearing both of those. And then the turtlenecks were the opposite color. So MJ was wearing a black turtleneck and the gray one, I think, and then
Reverse.
Ethan was wearing
Yeah,
the reverse,
gray
like a black. Yeah, and to me that's matching and coordinating.
Yeah.
Okay, but whatever.
But that was
Matching and coordinating.
and that's not planned as an insane thing to
that
happen,
was
'cause
that
is
was happy
just too on the nose.
coincidence.
But I guess that's cute.
Yeah.
Whatever. All right.
Experimenting / crossover fits.
Yeah.
Like mixing and matching. But like I know that's hard, but that's why it's in.
Yeah.
And then my outs is the, in quotes, I could never wear that. That's more of like a sentiment shared.
You hate
shared
when
with
people
us.
say that.
Yeah, like when
Yeah.
when people find out, or like people like, I guess, talk to us about clothes and they're not into clothes and they make those like sort of comments. Resellers / scalpers / hoarders. I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory. And then I put on the last one here, sparing normies of our opinions, which is, I guess...
Oh, you're going to tell them, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, I don't... maybe not unsolicited, but I feel like sometimes we kind of like are a little bit more conservative with our opinions on like clothes and stuff.
You think... I find that you say that because I feel like I'm not that, but that's... Maybe you are. Maybe you're just nicer than I... Or like less...
Well, I feel like relatively...
Yeah.
You mean, obviously, like, I'm biased, like, when I hear, like, Spencer or yours opinion, like, because, like, I'll usually share it, but, like, I can tell when you're, like, reeling it in.
That's really funny. I promise anyone listening to me, I love you all, and I don't hate you.
That's nice.
Despite what MJ might just say. Okay, Spencer, get in
Okay,
there.
I want to start this out by saying I'm a very positive, go with the flow kind of fella. So my in and out list changes daily, I guess, depending on the mood. And like I said, most of the time it's a number one with fried well done, grilled onions, and a Diet Coke. But also,
Yeah.
in sleek and cool looks. I wear a lot of very loose kind of, hey man, I'm groovy kind of things. And frankly, I'm tired of it. I like wearing kind of sleeker, more structured outfits, and so I want to build a wardrobe around that. Levi's Stay Pressed. I just want them. Books and records. That's what I've been spending, books especially, I've been spending my money on in the last year. And I just got my record player
Analog
fixed.
media, baby.
Yeah, so,
yeah, I know. We're all the same. We're all doing the same things here.
So that's been fun. 70s movie star looks. We talked about it, but that's another thing. I already do it, but I want to do more with, like, let's say, like flared Western pants and stuff like that.
You do it, baby.
Yeah. Americana Forever. It'll never be out. I'm an American boy, and so I'm always going to dress like an American. Vintage tees and sweatshirts. I would kill for one of the vintage Peanuts sweatshirts that are like $800, but maybe I'll settle for the...
We can just draw one.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it won't be the same dimension. You just find like a small one, and then we'll just draw.
Yeah.
I'll draw it for you.
Here we go.
There you go. Merry Christmas.
There you go. Corduroy. I love corduroy.
Yeah.
And I want more of it, frankly. Shirts,
My
pants,
new car.
jackets, anything you have. Yeah, my new car. That's in, and out is my old car, because I got a new car literally on like the
Insane.
first or second day of the year. So It was
No, it was before it because I drove you to New Year's.
That's true.
Oh no, you got the new car afterward,
like,
but the car died right before
like,
the
New
weekend
Year's.
of. Yeah.
And so out, super distressed looks. I'm tired of having a million holes on me. I like. I wanted to look a little bit worn in, but not like destroyed. Looking like a roving and rambling tramp. That's what I'm talking about. I need more structured looks. I can't be looking like Charlie Chaplin anymore. Bright socks.
Yeah, okay.
I just find myself never wearing my bright socks anymore. So like not the bright yellows or even the bright purples I don't wear as much. I just tend to wear...
You're crazy.
I know. Man. I just tend to wear something that is a little bit more boring, either a brown or an olive or a khaki. I love wearing khaki socks with khaki pants.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like doing
that.
Funny.
I like wearing gray or navy blue. I mean, shout out Ryan Cecil, famed illustrator and dad, I guess. Yeah. But he has multiple comics on why navy socks are cool, and I totally agree. My go-to socks are either white or navy, and then I wear purple when it's like fun, and then when it's Christmas or when I feel like doing it, I do like red or yellow. But I don't have a lot of like fun colors anymore because I've now switched to doing over-the-calf socks, and those are expensive. And so when I bought them, I just invested into like the basics. But also like the Dapper Classics doesn't have the same colors that I want. So that's probably why. If I could and they were cheaper, I would probably have the same exact fucking crazy colors. Because I do love fun socks. Because sometimes I think that's one reason why I'm not as Drakesy anymore is because I went to over the calf and I don't wear fun socks. And so so I don't do the whole like selvage jeans with sport coat with crazy like baby blue socks or whatever. Because all I have now are like cream, white, navy, and like dark purple. So. Yeah. Well, that's a fun list, Spencer. Yeah. I wanted to lean into more hot takes about menswear. And so mine, and also about life. And so I'm going to go through these through here. And like I said, these are a mix of things that I already do that I want to emphasize. These are things that I want to try out for myself. These are things I want to see more of in the world. And in the contrast, these are things I don't want to see in the world for the curse list. These are things I hate and you should never do them. Or I think they should stop happening. But yeah, here we go. I'm Bob Duca, and this is my blessed list of 2025. Shout out Comedy Bang Bang. Jetted pockets with a flap, but not tucking in the flaps. Mm-hmm. That's kind of a blessed one. I'm trying to embrace having my flap pockets. I still prefer what do you call it? Patch pockets, but I want to kind of like just lean into like flaps. So
lean into the flaps.
Yeah, I only have a couple of jackets and suits that have that both patch pocket flaps and jetted flap pockets or whatever. So, yeah, maybe we'll see as I get more commissioned stuff. We'll see if I do that. Western bow ties, I think, are a fun one, and continental bow ties. I would love to have them. I think kind of cursed or things that I don't want to do is this crazy 70s bow tie. I think I spent a long time trying to find one, and I didn't get it. I know that you could get the bespoke ones like J Motsy got, but I think I've gone full into just Western bow ties. Mm-hmm. I think that's really cool because I also don't have a ruffled shirt that it's not polyester. So that's also one reason right there. Blessed houndstooth peak lapels. I'm not talking plaid peak lapels like the 70s. I'm talking houndstooth. I want that golden era. Basically it's Jimmy Stewart wearing the quad patch pocket peak lapel, single-breasted peak lapel houndstooth jacket. That is so good. Blessed fit pics at home. I think just taking a picture in your house versus like trying to take it outside is a lot of fun. Obviously I take photos in both, but I think for me the fit pic, I like it just in my own home. This is where I spend most of my day. I work at home. I listen to records now at home. Why not take a photo at home?
Why not?
It's kind of, that's what I like.
We have photos at home.
That's right. Literally dressing up for coffee. I think that's fun. I know it's a big part of my occasion article, but I just want to say dressing up for coffee, it's a little treat for yourself. I think dressing up for treats is good, Cuban heels, I think, are blessed. I'm firmly saying that. I want them. I'm trying to get the fucking husband's ones, but they don't fucking... They're never in sale. Sorry, they're not in stock whenever I'm looking for them. Bold ties. I think I want 2025 to be a year of abstract bold ties and not just the tumbling square motifs that I have.
Tumbling squares.
Yeah, that's right. Tumbling tiles, I think, is what the Drake's tie is called. Cat eye sunglasses. Fully leaning in there. I think P3s are nice. They're very classic, very 30s and 40s. But cat eyes, I think, are just fucking awesome. And I, as someone now who wears sunglasses at night because I want to be Bob Dylan, I'm doing that. And cat eyes look better for that. Point collar shirts in general. I know that's not really a big thing for all of us because we like spear points and point collars, but I'm just putting it out there. Cosplaying the movie or artist or whatever that you are attending. So, like then that's dressing like Bob Dylan to watch a Bob Dylan movie. Maybe dressing like a artist when you go to the museum. Maybe, wearing a tuxedo to go to the LA Phil. Like, I think that's really fun. Slightly related, blessed is cosplay in general, going to conventions. I say that even though I didn't go to ALA this year, but also the Fire, and I also went to Palm Springs instead. Not really instead, but I didn't buy a ticket, and then I bought the ticket to the other one. So, yeah. Leading into full trad or business attire, just doing the look. A little bit of break. If you listen to my previous episode, you can hear more about that. Art classes. I want that to be the year of taking art classes just for fun. Could be photography, could be painting, could be sculpting, whatever. I think that's a lot of fun. Big thing here, book hauls.
Hey.
Going to the bookstore, going to the library, showing what you pick up. I think that's a lot of fun. Yeah. It's still consumption. We're still spending money, sure, but it's just cooler to me to spend money on books.
I just want to start posting like the books that I finish because I'm reading a lot. I now have giant. Okay. I have massive stacks of pulp novels surrounding me now. And I read a lot, but I never I don't know. I just might start posting. It's like, hey, I finished this.
Hey, look at this!
Look at this,
baby. Yeah. Going with no pocket square, wearing white with everything. That's something we've been doing for a long time because we don't really wear our Drake's ones. But just saying that out there. Records and listening parties. That's a really fun one.
That is a fun one. I was thinking about that the other night. When I was listening to records at my house, I was like, you know what? It would be fun to have a party where it's just something on the turntable. Fuck Spotify.
Yeah. I have really gotten into records because I decided for the new year, and I literally bought a record player, or I obtained it on New Year's Day. Mm-hmm. And it's been fucking awesome. I love it. There's something like kind of like books where the reason why I don't do the library is because I don't know what I'm gonna like. I need to discover what I'm gonna read as opposed to like looking it up. And so finding secondhand books has been a lot of fun because I wouldn't have thought to look up like this author, or I wouldn't even know. I just don't know what I would begin to look at in the sections. But anyway, records are kind of similar where like you just kind of happenstance upon it. Like I'm not trying to find all my favorite Spotify songs, but on records. I'm trying to just go and be limited to being in person. Which someone also, our old friend kind of thought about that too, before the big schism. But, the idea that, nowadays we can buy everything that we want, but, before you'd be limited to what's around you. And, for better or for worse, it's kind of cool to like, I got everything at my local thrift store versus like, I went on eBay where I could find whatever I want and just, bid on it and buy it. Yeah. And my defense there is that when you're on the West Coast, you don't have good clothes. You don't have good trad out here versus if you're on the East Coast, you could probably become fully just from thrifting and secondhand and vintage stores. But here, there's no way I could find like the sport coat that I want at a local store because they don't stock it, so whatever.
They don't stock.
But yeah. Yeah, so that's kind of a little bit of my blessed list. Here's my cursed list. Okay, high gorges, they should die. Here's a hot one: overly ornate Western belts. I think that's too much.
Like the simple. And you need a simple life.
It's just the silver tip and the buckle. That's all you need. Yeah. Maybe tooling, but like when you start getting crazy on that, I'm like, fuck it, thick belts, so like barrel belts. Not a fan. That's cursed to me. I think that's too much, especially with suits. I think that's dumb as hell. one button peak lapels. I think 2 button is better because that's how it was in the golden era. It's not a tuxedo, okay? You make it normal, guys. 2 button.
Come on, make it normal.
That's right. Fit picks in traditionally crowded areas. I think it's fine if it's like if it's silly, but I think if you're trying to look like you're walking through a city, don't do that. That sucks. Dressing up for dinner, and I put that there because I want it to be, you should wear that the whole day, not just for dinner. That's what I mean for that. Cursed also OCBDs with DBs. Basically a button-down collar with a double-breasted jacket. Don't like that. I think it's weird. I think point collars look best with that, and I still try and adhere to that. Sneakers with suits. I'm not even gonna say deck shoes are better. I'm just gonna say I don't want that anymore. I think actually, that's dumb. T-shirts with suits. I'm kind of on that train a little bit, but then you might catch me wearing my Miniature Tigers t-shirt with a DB at some point during the summertime, which is one of my favorite things to do. So don't come after me. Chelsea boots and Balmoral dress boots. I think those are both cursed. I think those are especially Chelsea boots that are not Cuban heels. I think dress boots, I'm just like, no, I don't like them. It's too much lacing, whatever.
Yeah, too much lacing.
Macclesfields and small scale foulards. I think if they're too overly geometric, you can watch our episode on what makes a good tie. It's not actually an episode; it's just a stream that we filmed, so that's on YouTube. I'll find that somewhere. Uniqlo socks.
R.I.P.
Wow.
I want to say kind of cursed Western hats and cowboy hats because I think this is the year of the fucking fedora, baby. I'm gonna go full all in. That brim's gonna snap downward.
That's your every year though.
Yeah, but I'm saying
You're
I'm
really
officially
gonna do it
making
this
that
time.
position.
He's decided.
Yeah. Denim jackets, also cursed. I think we need to bring back the bloussons. I'm talking short jackets. I'm talking A1s, A2s. I want that. Here's a big one: wearing Ralph. That's cursed to me. I think it's so. You know how like I made this comment on Instagram, but where it's like people to show that if you know, like you talk about a designer in their first name, like, oh, I love what Virgil's doing, or like, oh my god, like Rick, like wearing full Rick. I think that's like, oh, it's Rick Owens. Just say the full name. The brand is called Rick Owens. Like, whatever.
What if you're close personal friends?
Well, that's the implication, right? But anyway, wearing Ralph feels very like not. It's no longer if you know. It's just so boring to me. It's also like I almost feel like people are wearing more Ralph than like getting the history of things. And so my whole thing is, it's cursed to wear Ralph. Just wear vintage. And I guess you could maybe make the argument for like vintage Ralph, but I don't know. I think like just wear World War II chinos. Just wear a fucking Brooks Brothers OCBD that's from that's secondhand or whatever. Wear LL Bean. Wear whatever. I think that's just cooler to me. Yeah, I don't know. I might get some flack for that one, so whatever.
Yeah, you're gonna get murdered. Someone's gonna kill you.
Yeah.
Lock your doors.
Cursed is concealed carry as a part of your outfit.
Nice. Oh, well, actually,
Yeah.
that's gonna fuck up a lot of plans for me this year.
Can we even do that? Not to dox ourselves, but
Oh, as Californians?
We can't do that, but I think other people can in other states.
sure.
But yeah,
We could do it illegally.
celebrity. Yeah, that's true. You packing heat, Albert?
Yeah.
Get out of here. Yeah, Dan Fogel.
How about Jared
Celebrity
Fogle?
stylists.
Is he out or in this year?
I think he's hot take. He's out this year.
Oh, damn it. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not PC, but he's got the other thing.
That's right.
Bad.
Celebrity stylists don't. Yeah, I don't fucking care anymore. I don't care about that shit. Influencer hauls recommendations, TikTok trends and TikTok style content. I think that's dumb as hell. But also TikTok has changed the landscape of media as we know it. So it's crazy. So like, the style content I'm referring to is like the stitches. I think Get Ready With Me's are dumb as hell. I think also like you guys don't sleep and run, don't walk to the nearest fucking Ralph Lauren to get this crazy ass jacket. Fuck off with that shit. Archive clothing, that's out for me. Suits with bare chests or just rib tanks. I hate that. That's dumb. Wear a fucking shirt. Don't get pit stains in your suit. Okay, all right, that's dumb as hell. Harringtons, always cursed forever. That's a perennial cursed one for me. The Barrington, the Harrington Barracuda G9 is like that. Changing your hair all the time. So kind of similar to MJ. I think like stick with one hairstyle. Cultural patina. Like that's gonna be your hairstyle forever. I think that's cool. Changing your style all the time. Same thing there.
Yeah, get rid of style.
Yeah, chore coats. Just wear a sport coat. I say for cursed Americana and workwear because I'm tired of
it.
I'm not. I guess it's like when it's done well, but I think it's like that's because of so many TikTok guys who go from being like hype beasts or like, oh man, I'm gonna dress up now, so they start like discovering indigo, I'm specifically talking about a specific creator who is like super into like essence and everything. Then he's like, oh yeah, I'm getting to like Japanese Americana now, and like that's his whole thing, and I'm like, you're doing that because it's cool now again, it's just wild to me. So that's kind of cursed. Subversive looks that mix incongruent things. I think I like cohesive stuff. I don't care if it's cosplay. I don't care if it's too much of a template or uniform or too strict or traditional. But I think going crazy if it's within menswear. I'm like if you're a style, if you don't ascribe to the menswear thing and you're more of a fashion person, I think that's okay. But like when people do like again like a barrel belt with a suit, I'm like that sucks. Like just wear a slim belt, man. Like when people do like Converse with a tie and like a DB, I'm like this sucks. Like it's not giving me anything, So that's what I mean by that. Steve McQueen and typical casual style icons, fucking JFK. I don't care about that shit.
Fuck JFK.
Like, I think people in suits. This is why I love guys like our aforementioned friend. There are people like Darren who posts like guys wearing suits, like all of those like Dorothea Lange photos. I think that's really actually. I might be thinking of the wrong person, the wrong photographer. But anyway, just people wearing suits all the time. That's cool. Like it's not even like a formal thing. That's just cooler to me than just wearing chinos and a t-shirt, But that's my whole thing because I'm going to be cursed to live in a tie forever. And lastly, Star Wars. Star Wars is cursed, actually.
It has been cursed, man.
Yeah, True. It's been cursed, and I'm
just the wizard.
The wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Call me the warlock. Because I love cursed objects.
Yeah.
Shadow Wizard Money Gang.
Yeah. Shadow Wizard Money Gang.
We love casting spells.
That's right. But that's my best and curse list. I'll put this up on the show notes. But yeah, this is kind of fun. I mean, if you guys comment on our thing of like what you like and what you don't like, I think that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, tell us
a good exercise.
Why we're wrong and why we should jump off a house.
Yeah. Just a little house.
A little house.
A dog house.
Not even like we're not even gonna die.
House. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to die actually.
Okay, I think in is living and out is dying.
There we go. That's the one.
Yeah, okay.
Uh-huh.
No dying in 2025, guys.
That's right. The year of no death.
No death at all for me. Please.
If we all make it through 2025, we should celebrate with like some sort of party on the last day of the year.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll dress up.
Maybe.
I'm gonna finish this episode with a list of my ailments and diets that I'm in.
Okay, let's hear it.
Here we go. You ready? Restless leg syndrome, fibromyalgia, high fiber fibromyalgia, hot tub foot, Lou Gehrig's disease, Lou Barlow disease, Lucy Lou flu, advanced moist shin disorder.
That's a good one.
Hypertolerance to lactose, urinary tract infection, urinary 8-tract infection.
Good.
Trickle nipple. Thick urine syndrome.
Oh man.
Habsburg cholera, clogged arteries, dropsy, dry lip, intestinal colic, allergic to indoor toilets.
Oh no.
Sufferer of milk leg. Loofah rash.
Loofah.
Bone worm. Selective fatigue syndrome. Hepatitis R. Irritable bowel syndrome. Spastic ear discharge. Pubic lice.
No.
Amphibial rabies. Anglocentric sickle cell anemia.
That's a good one too.
Scabies. Rabies. Mickey Rooney's sugar babies. Tarnished yam simplex. Swollen perineum.
Swollen perineum.
Chronic shame disorder.
I think we all suffer from that one.
Yeah. Larval penis.
Oh no.
Dirt belly.
Dirt belly.
Parkinson's disease. Valet Parkinson's disease. Parallel Parkinson's disease. Parker Posey
I
Pox.
love Parker Posey Pox. Just watching Party Girl.
Canine.
So good in that one.
Yeah. Canine derived hip dysplasia. Selective albinism. Scrotal migraines. Prolapse navel.
Oh no.
Oh man.
Diagnosed as hard to kill.
That seems good.
Dusty sperm.
God.
Carpool tunnel syndrome.
Ouch.
Male fupa disorder.
Oh,
MFD, man.
Yeah. Overactive empathy. Human contact disorder. Late onset turkey revulsion. Internal sneezing.
that one's bad.
That's it,
That's
everyone.
it.
That's my 2025.
And are those all
shout out
cursed
Bob
or are those all
Duca.
blessed?
Those are all things that I'm currently going
okay,
through.
you're
Actually,
all going through.
Yeah,
We're going through
from
it.
Bab.
Yeah.
From Bab Duca.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Bob Duca.
Thank you. Anyway, thank you guys for listening to this episode. If you guys want to support us, go to patreon.com/style and direction. $5 a month gives you access to our Discord and our long archive of bonus episodes. The one for this month, which is either out or not out. That's funny. Is our episode on A Complete Unknown.
That's right. Like a Rolling Stone.
Like a Rolling
Like
Stone.
the FBI and the BBC.
That's right. I don't believe you. But yeah, it's a lot of fun stuff for $5 a month. $10 a month gives you access to all of that. Plus, we thank you personally at the end of each episode. MJ, who are we thanking?
We are thanking our Sadcast fanatics, Shane Curry, Philip Gregard, Henrik Wilberg, Mason Ritchie, Alexander Batten, and Alec Scroggins.
Yeah, we appreciate you all so much. You can follow the podcast at Style and Direction. These show notes are on my blog, alittlebitofrest.com. Please don't forget to check out the GoFundMes for the people who are affected by the Eaton fires. And the Palisades fires, honestly, all the fires in LA. There's a lot of them. But yeah, check that out. All of that will be in the show notes and in the description. You can follow me at Ethan M. Wong.
I'm at Spencer DSO.
I'm at Arya MJ.
And we will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you for listening.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.